Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
So recently I did a video talking about some of my favorite NES games that I didn't play as a kid. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of do something like that with my wife. So I had her go through my collection and pick 5 random games that she didn't really play as a kid or maybe never even heard of that are some of her favorite games now. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yay.
So before we get started, a little bit of a backstory. Growing up, obviously for me, yes, I did play a lot of video games growing up. But aside from like the more popular games, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot you played, right?
We only had a Super Nintendo. My older brother got it for Christmas one year. And so he had Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Mortal Kombat, Donkey Kong. That was it.
So
We had 4
I will
games.
say that there was a Nintendo somewhere in there because Duck Hunt and...
Well, yeah, we had a Nintendo. We had Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Okay,
and that was it. So, I don't know. That was all that we played. My sister swears to God I played Sonic. I did not.
Yes. Fun story. There was a drunken confession one night. She was like, I've never played Sonic. We have been together for 14, 15 years, and I am now just finding this out. Get in my fucking room right now. We're playing some Sonic. So.
And then he slapped me.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen. No, and when we started dating, I mean, we didn't really play a whole lot of video games together.
Yeah.
There was one particular game, and it's actually in the stack, that kind of somewhat started it. But anyway, let's get right to it. So, what's game number 1?
Well, we can start with the first game we pretty much played together. Was Burnout. Burnout Revenge.
Yeah.
We went our first apartment together. Pretty much every night we would like hang out. This is what we were doing.
No.
It's just we were just smashing shit into shit, and it was great. Freaking love it. I love the part where I like the one where you have to like cause as much damage as possible, and that's how you win.
Crash mode.
Yeah.
And that's what she was good at. And that's, for the most part, that's what we played the most of. And she was surprisingly good at it, which was scary.
Yeah.
But the thing
Our
with
cars
me
are
is,
great.
Yeah. And the thing with me is I'm not a big racing fan, but I absolutely love this game. Probably because it's not your standard racer. It like encourages you to like rear end people and all this kind of shit.
Yeah, like regular racers, I'm lucky to get top 10.
Yeah.
So that's a regular racer for me. This one, I'm usually like between number 1 and 3.
Yeah, she does pretty good.
Yeah.
The other thing about this game is, yes, it's on the original Xbox. Today, I still think this game looks
Holds up.
gorgeous. Like, it looks good.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that, 2 generations ago, this game still, to me, looks amazing.
One that, I don't know, I'm going to go with pretty much started the old school things for me. I don't remember where I first played this.
Which one? I do.
Okay. It is Altered Beast. You can't tell.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's a bad cartridge.
Yeah, we need to work on getting a prettier one. But I love this game. And when we first started playing it, I was so good at it. And I'm still not terrible at it. He has gotten better. And the reason I think a little bit, the reason I liked this game so much is because I was finally better at a game than he was. And now he's ruined it for me.
So, yeah. So the history behind this was, this game, I think, actually more so started our retro gaming together. Because you had bought me the that AT Games, Sega Genesis. And this was one of the games on there. And I remember playing it because I was going through playing games that I didn't play as a kid. And I was like, Altered Beast. Well, that sounds kind of cool. I was like, fuck this game. This game sucks. It's awful.
I remember
So I was like, here, you play it. And she was good at it.
Yeah, got through like level 1 without even blinking.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm not having that shit. She can be better at something than I am. So,
And I was like, yes, finally.
in my petty revenge that I was going to, have because she was better at this game, I've become I've come to enjoy it, actually. It's not a terrible game. It's just, I guess I was expecting more out of the Sega, and it's an earlier title. I think this was actually the first game that Genesis came with, I believe.
That's interesting.
But no, it's not a bad game. It's actually pretty fun once you get the hang of it and figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. But the other thing is, I don't know why I've actually seen a lot of people's cartridges look like this. They've just faded over time, so I don't know why that is. So
maybe there's just too much black ink.
I don't know. It's something weird, but yeah.
Next is one that me and him absolutely love playing together. It's one of the two that just, it's our go-tos when we don't know what to play. Is Streets of Rage 2.
Yep.
Freaking love this game. I don't know why, but beat 'em ups are really fun. I absolutely love it. It's great. Love just pummeling people, and that's all I have to say about it.
What's to say that has not been said about this game? For one, the soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack of this game. The graphics are still great. Yes, it is basically a ripoff of Final Fight, but if you're gonna rip somebody off, do it better. Just do it better. Not saying Final Fight is bad. They're still cool games. This obviously is a pretty bad ripoff of it, but it controls so well, and it's actually one of the only beat 'em up games that I can actually like I've gotten good at, because I feel like a lot of them, they're still it's still kind of luck based. Where this one, no, I typically can fly through it. We almost beat this. I have beat it on hard by myself, but there was one night we almost beat it together on hard.
Oh, so mad, because I keep dying at very specific spots. I will make it through the first 3+ levels perfectly fine, and then once I die the first time, it's all over.
Yeah.
And so we got to the final boss.
No.
I died immediately.
I was right near the end. I had maybe 2 or 3 hits left on Mr. X, and I was so mad.
And that's especially in the elevator section. There's so many more people that drop off.
You gotta love the elevator section.
Gosh. That's where I die all the time.
Yeah, no, that's always hard because then you gotta fight all the bosses again. But it's still such a fun game.
Oh, so great. The next one, this is one we've played on arcade, and this is Sunset Riders. It's just wonderful. It's a Western.
Yeah.
I don't know if it counts as a beat 'em up. Shoot 'em
up.
Yeah, okay. I do really like this. The first level I'm totally fine with. Everything after that I've usually died in 3 seconds. But it's so much fun still, even though I die a lot. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, this is one that I think we did talk about this in Pickups video, because I picked up the Super Nintendo version. It's you have that game, that one's expensive, why do you want that one? But it's different. It's a different game. It's more like the arcade. So what's fun about that game is the fact that it's there's 2 different versions of the game that you can play, and they're both great. Yes, the Super Nintendo version is closer to the arcade. This is the one I played as a kid, and this is the one that I picked up for us to play. So, but they're both just great, and the arcade's fun as hell too. So.
Oh yeah.
This one was a shock.
Yeah. Lastly, he apparently didn't know this. I actually really do enjoy Castlevania.
No idea.
I suck at it. I suck at all these games. I suck at all games. But I will say it's really fun and interesting, and every time he gets a new version of it or whatever and has me play a level, it's just amazing to me how you can make something so simple be so interesting over and over and over again when you're doing the same things.
Yeah.
That fascinates me. I don't know how that really works, but apparently they do. But I do really like it.
Yeah, and it's one that I do talk about in that video. So not much really more for me to say about it. I am working on beating the other ones, but obviously they're not the easiest games in the world. But no, great games. He has great taste, believe it or not. I had to fight against Awesome Possum because that was one of those selections. But
it teaches you how to recycle, people.
No.
He's awesome. It's in the name.
Yeah, he says that a lot too. But anyway, yeah. We might do some more of these in the future. I'm sure there's more games up there in my collection that you can pick from. So, yeah. Thanks again for watching.
Bye.